every night on the Halos in the Infield Baseball Network.
Think about it. We'll get into everything that we're going to get into as we go along, but I got to rant real quick. But why would you throw out an inexperienced pitcher in a game you're still close in? And I don't care what the record is, you show up for a fucking rivalry game. But he's actually talking to him constantly. That is a sign of a really, really good coach.
It's the ToddFox postgame podcast with your host, ToddFox.
Because the only thing I want to yell is fuck! Hey, welcome into another episode of the Halos in the Infield postgame show here with your host, ToddFox. As we come off a day where it was all doom and gloom yesterday. If you haven't checked out the pod, I'd encourage you guys to check out the pod over here on YouTube that we did the other day. It was pretty good, and we talked a lot about what's going on with the Angels and currently the status of a lot of these players that are not doing what we thought they would at the beginning of the season. There's going to be a lot to bite into, too, as well as we move along. Hold on a second. Awesome mics. So, with that being said, let's start talking about what happened tonight with the Mets. But first, see, I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's talk about what is on deck, and that is 714 Tickets. 714 Tickets. 714 Tickets is a place to be if you want tickets to go anywhere, 10% off of any kind of tickets you're interested in, just by getting those tickets through us with that code, the redeem code, HITI, and gets you 10% off of any ticket purchase, whether it's concert, sporting event, whatever you want, there it is. So, with that being said, the Angels won tonight 3-1 over the New York Mets, which basically is playing themselves in the mirror. If you look at this team top to bottom, with the exception of what happened with Scherzer and Verlander, they're almost a spitting image of the Angels, just almost a spitting image of what they are all season. And my God, Jesus Christ, I can't even focus right now, bro. What the fuck is going on here? I swear it's the ghost of Todd Fox's studios. It is a ghost of Todd. No, there's been nothing changed, yet I'm getting some feedback on my side, and that is pissing me off right now. There is literally nobody that comes in here, yet we have all sorts of issues. So there's that. I have that to be happy about because I could hear shit in my microphones, and I don't like that. Or not my microphones, my headphones. So, yeah. So, anyway, I'm just going to bear through it. The Angels beat themselves tonight. Basically, they are bad. The Mets are pretty much a carbon copy of the Angels. The Angels, they find ways to lose. So do the Mets. They find ways not to score and move guys around. So do the Mets. And this is just going to be an ugly series. It wouldn't surprise me in a 3-game series that the Mets win tomorrow and somehow they pull to a tie on Sunday. It's two bad teams. Two bad teams with heavy expectations, and the only other team that would make sense is if the Padres could somehow play a 3-way with the Angels and Mets right now, and then it'd just be like them all looking at each other like a bad Spider-Man meme from a few years ago. But with that being said, the Angels got it going tonight, and they win a very ugly game. Thanks to Patrick Sandoval holding the fort for the Angels through 6 innings. He goes to 7-10. Senga pitched a really, really good game, and he falls to 10-7. Estevez gets a shaky save. The scoring started out with a sacrifice fly by Brandon Drury in the 3rd inning. Mike Moustakas then singled in another run to make it 2-0 as Ohtani scored. Then Lindor hit a lucky-ass home run to make it 2-1. And then in the 9th inning, ShamWow gets the RBI single. Now, talking about ShamWow real quick, the funny thing about that at bat and him getting that RBI is that's what he can do. Like he can do the little things. He can hit the long balls. He's got all the skills. But we haven't seen his full repertoire yet because they're dictating the way he swings. They want him to be more aggressive. I say why not? Leave the kid alone. But he did get the RBI, so there you go right there. The thing I have a problem with in that 9th inning, It's a clear right move by Buck Showalter. They pretty much put, they put Ohtani on, much to the dismay of the Japanese Angels fans that were there, and you put him on to load the bases. And again, why are we even messing around with Squid at this point? Again, why can't you pinch hit for him? Put anybody at this position, but no. The love affair continues with fucking Squid. So with a guy who, again, gave up a hit, threw a lot of pitches to ShamWow. ShamWow got the clutch, I think 3 balls and 2 strikes hit to drive in Renfroe. You have to walk Ohtani. He's clearly shaky, bases loaded. Dumb fuck swings in the first pitch. I mean, it's another example of why he's so useless. Why? And you had Matt Vasgersian, when he stole a base, go, Squid! Out of excitement. He's useless. The Bat Boy's bad mustache is better than Squid. He's a terrible, terrible baseball player. He's probably the worst I've ever seen. And let me just give you some depth on Squid real quick, because I hate harping on this asshole. He doesn't deserve this much time. But I used to hate when the Angels had, in the early 2000s, Rob Quinlan. And Rex Hudler would say, the mighty Quinlan's getting a hit. He would call him the mighty Quinlan, and that was like a backhanded compliment. Because Quinlan never really hit all that great. He had like one of the worst swings you'll ever see. You thought David Fletcher swinging at like a helicopter was bad. Rob Quinlan's regular at bat was ugly, was fugly to be at best. And I hated him. Everyone said the same thing. Oh, Quinlan's such a great guy. He's such a great player in the clubhouse. That's fine, but he's a shit player. And Sosha was so enamored by that guy. We used to joke back then, oh man, Quinlan's got some dirty pictures on Sosha, because that's the only way that he's able to play and get all that playing time. Because you'd sit there and you'd be like, wait, Rob Quinlan's, or not Rob Quinlan, you'd say, Juan Rivera's not in the lineup? Why is he not in the... Oh, you see Quinlan out there. What the fuck is Quinlan doing out there? Why is he at first base? It's like... And he would just play everywhere. I think he even caught one time. And I was like, dude, why are we finding a spot for this guy to hit? Long story short, the reason why I bring him up, I used to be pissed off at the fact that he was like a 230, 240 hitter. That's how good the Angels were back then. They had a bunch of guys batting over 260, 280, 300, and Quinlan was the piece of shit of the lineup, batting 240, or a little bit less than 240. Shit, if Squid was batting 240 with the amount of playing time that he's had, he might actually be useful. Just maybe. But that fucker can't even hit his weight. He sucks ass, and still we put him out there. So I'm sorry, Rob Quinlan. You are by far a real Major League Baseball player. Even though you might have been the worst player on our team back then, you're miles ahead of that asshole that we have. But so I just had a rant on that. But let's go over the stats tonight. Let's hand out the awards tonight, because I think every Angel fan woman out there, including my girl, is enamored with this guy, and he gets the Stamos Award tonight. John Stamos Award tonight goes to the one, the only Patrick Sandoval, picking up 6 innings, 2 hits and 1 run ball, 4 walks, 7 strikeouts. So walks are still high, walks are still concerning, but he gets the job done. And who would have thought? I mean, Mets fans are probably saying the same shit we are. Like with tomorrow, you know what's going to happen tomorrow. Angels will lose tomorrow in a fashion that we're accustomed to, and everyone's going to be like, well, the Angels can't score against the Mets. Well, the Mets fans are saying the same shit tonight because they're a carbon copy of the Angels. And they're just like, we couldn't score again tonight. Good pitching, and then nothing to show for it hitting. We still went 2 for 8 with runners in scoring position. That's still pathetic. with 9 left on base. But it's a bit of it's better than yesterday, or not yesterday, the day before yesterday, when we were 2 for 11 and left 11 guys on base. And then let's go over to who got the Nacho Night Award here tonight.
All the chips, all the cheese, all the refried beans, all the onion and tomato and the guacamole, all the beef and jalapeno and the sour cream, all the nachos.
The Nacho Night Award for the worst player on the field, DJ Stewart, for your New York Mets. DJ Stewart went 0 for 4 and got the hat trick tonight. Stewart drops his average down to 247. The Mets are abysmal if you look at their lineup, and they have their own squid, and he got a hit tonight. I was just telling my dad, I'm like, man, that guy is like squid reincarnated. Jonathan Ariz or whatever, number 19. He's 25, has the dreadlocks. He's batting in 49 at-bats this year, 122 after he got a hit tonight. 2 home runs, 6 RBIs. At least he has 6 RBIs. Fucking useless has 2 home runs, 2 RBIs because he sucks ass. But this guy is not much better. He sucks, and he's their squid, and he's the guy that they bring in and pretty much move around the infield. But you had him. You got Castro, whatever his name is, 143. Ortega is batting just 221. Mendick, what a great name. Mendick bats 190. DJ Stewart, like I said, is 247. Alvarez is batting only 214. For all those home runs Alonso's hit, he's only hit 222. That's why I wouldn't give him a fat contract. He's another Stanton. 266 for McNeil, which I do like, but having a down year. You got Lindor at 255, another good guy I like, but having a down year. Nimmo got the big contract, having a down year, 263. It's all working out for the Mets, just like the Angels. So every time you feel bad, just realize you have 2 brothers in arms. If you're thinking about how bad the Angels are doing, just look at the Mets. Look at all the money they put out this year. Look at the expectations and look where they are at. And then look at the San Diego Padres just south of us and what they put together, how good they're supposed to be, and how shitty they are. So we got those 2 teams to sympathize with, but some people still say we are the worst. They went 0 for 7 with 8 men left on. Now let's go over the Angels before I get into some comments here. And you know what song we have to play? Even in a win, this offense is pathetic. ShamWow. Again, not giving the kid a rest. You're playing him at leadoff, putting way too much pressure on the kid. I wouldn't have batted him since he's come up any higher than 7th. But ShamWow still, dude, that's not his game. He's still batting 348, 2 strikeouts, but he still got a big RBI, the add-on run to make it 3-1. Shohei, I just got Tommy John, or I'm going to get Tommy John, had 3 walks tonight, including a hit and a run scored. Brendan Drury got his normal 1 hit and his 1 strikeout. Piece of shit came in for him and was left in the 4 spot by dumbass Nevin. He went 0 for 1. Bases loaded, swings on the first fucking pitch. It's not the first time he's done that this season. Mike Moustakas does his normal thing. 1 hit, 1 RBI, 2 strikeouts. Renifo, again, ineffective when he's not batting number 1, went only 1 for 4. Ohapi got a nice hit, and he also scored. No, he got a hit and a strikeout. Let's see. Renfroe scored a run, although had 2 more strikeouts. He still sucks ass. Mickey Moniak. Oh, shit. I didn't even see this. Mickey Moniak should have got the nachos tonight. 4 at-bats. You know, I take that back. DJ, you are not the Nacho Night Award winner. It's Mickey fucking Moniak looking good at swinging at those sliders. He got the nachos and a golden sombrero. 0 for 4 strikeouts. Then Grichuk outside the throw to the plate to nail the runner. He sucked ass again. 0 for 3 and a walk. There you go. So that song basically speaks volumes on this Angels club. Even in a win, their offense sucks ass. Isn't that great? Love this team. Sometimes you just can't get enough of this. Now, real quick, I want to bring this up real quick before I get interrupted. I gotta put this by you guys and gals out there. I remember somebody. Geez, who the fuck said that? Who said the Rangers were gonna collapse? Was his initials TF? Was it ToddFox? Was it? Oh, yeah, it was. Yeah, see, the only one that I'm not completely wrong at, I'm half right now, because I did predict the Astros to jump their ass. Now, the Astros are going to blow an opportunity tonight as they lose their game to the Twins or whoever the fuck they're playing. But the Rangers lost their 8th straight game. And now all the Mariners have to do is defeat the lowly Kansas City Royals. And believe it or not, by golly gee whiz, the Mariners are going to be your AL West leaders by the end of the night. That's some crazy shit. I don't think anyone betted on the Mariners to be winning this division. Now, they can hit a slide and it could work itself out to the Rangers or the Astros' favor. But as of right now, the Mariners are one of the hottest teams in the league. Astros are playing very average ball for a world champion. And the Rangers are doing what we thought they were going to do, or what I thought they were going to do. Now, yes, I've been wrong about Suarez, and I've been wrong about the Angels. And I wish I was right on those. But as far as when it comes to the Rangers, I will laugh, and I should have took that bet with James. Because I remember James said, we're going to put some money on it. And I should have took that bet because my bet was not only are the Rangers going to lose the division, they're going to miss the playoffs. I still believe that they're going to miss the playoffs. So we'll see if that comes into fruition. But I think they're pittering out here pretty fast. And as we approach the all-important month of September, guess what, guys and gals in Texas? No more unbalanced schedule. You can't take care of the cream pies like the Angels and the A's. We're not going to help you. You got to play some Eastern teams, and you got to play some National League teams. So fuck you, Texas. You've actually got to earn it, and I don't think you will. And at the end, I'm going to be laughing going,
wow, winning.
For us. And then it's going to be all for those Texas fans that came on here and trolled. I'll be like, so how was that playoff run, huh?
Oh, good for you.
Yes. Gridiron Grit says, playoff contenders, baby. Eric says, hey, what a W. Not really. We won, and ShamWow has a 7-game hit streak. Well done, Rook. Stuka's over Disneyland. Halo Jose is asking the question, did we win? Yes, we did. Let's trade more prospects. Let's make a run. This team deserves to win. They sure do. It's the Mets, people. Come on. Yeah, we know. We know, Thurman. This team is basically the Angels of the East. They should have a 6 selling hot dogs. Exactly. Number 6 is an asshole. He should be taking my money at the fast food side of the Angels. It's the Angels' cursed spirit. The ghost spirit knows what you can break. The curse, Todd. It's trying to sabotage your works and keep the truth from getting out. You know what, R. Martinez? It could be the spirit of Artie, and he's not even dead yet. I don't care that this team won. Watching a piece of shit like Velasquez comes in at any point of this game, i.e. says, Nevin needs to fucking go. Me too. Season is over, but Todd, Texas has lost 8 in a row. Laugh my ass off. Me too. I'm loving it. Fantasy football draft tomorrow. Food, beer, and cornhole. I think ours is Tuesday. Gridiron Grit says Victor Rojas' comments on his podcast today were fucking great. He should replace John Capriano. You know what's funny about that, Gridiron? As that podcast is being pumped or whatever, I said that shit hours before he did. On our podcast, I came up and have said the same stuff that he said out of frustration like weeks ago. And basically, it's been the fire out of my belly and you guys pushing that. So I appreciate Victor doing that because he's probably got a bigger platform than we do. But I don't necessarily buy that he texted Artie. I don't buy it because he acts like he's. I think that part's fishy. I don't think he went through with it. I think you would have gotten a response if he did. Probably Artie would have blocked him if he even knows how to text, or have one of his assistants text. I just don't buy it. I don't buy that part. You know, hey, it's great that he said some of the same stuff I've been saying, you know, and that's not an ego thing. That's, hey, I said that shit first, you know, like I've been screaming at an organizational change for a while. It's just funny to hear now other podcasts that, you know, every time I get people messaging me like, hey man, this podcast is starting to go more towards your style of podcast, which is me and Fernando and Courtney, and we're talking realism. We don't talk honkism. And all these other podcasts, including Victor's, was all like, hey, it's all bright, sunshiny, you know, this and that. But when the team started to lose, then they start to change the tune a little bit. It's like, well, we've been in the middle when they were doing great, not getting too honkish, not getting too on them, upset, and we're trying to just play it real, not to pump up the team too much and be like total honks, and then like, you know, let people down with our takes that are stupid. You know, like we went all in as far as either they were good or they were bad, and we know when to reel it back, when to pour it on. And it just seems like now that I'm listening to all these little podcasts like doing their thing, now all of a sudden it's cool to talk shit about the organization. Now all of a sudden it's cool to freaking to say this guy's got to go or that guy's got to go. If you're a Halo honk like me, then shut up. You know, it's okay for them to do that now. And the only ones that aren't doing it is the one that does the post game every night, Trent Rush. You know, that guy's still full of shit. And he's not even doing a regular podcast himself. So what I'm trying to say is you find out who the real ones are. That's why I'm glad we have people like you listening and watching when we do our podcast, when we do our post games, our pre games or whatever, because we'll give it to you straight game 1 and also game 162. We don't deviate. We don't pump you full of shit. We don't lie to you. We don't say the grass is always green. It is what it is. When they're winning, we're going to tell you why they're winning and how they're winning. If you haven't already realized that, if you follow along with us, if you agree to disagree, that's the beauty of our podcast, of our page, of our freaking everything that we do, because we're the real fans. So like right now, it's cool to talk shit about the organization, I guess now, and I guess it's cool to make your little jokes on these different podcasts. But we've been the realest podcast, and that's not an ego thing. That's straight up telling you the truth. And if you've been a long time listener, a long time watcher, you know that's true. You know it's true because I've sampled their stuff when the team was winning, and it was just honk, 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 honk. So it's like I said, right now they're trying to do that whole like, you know, breaking news. Here's our take, and it's like, okay, that's great. You know, glad you're finally seeing it the way we've been looking at it all year. You know, we weren't afraid to call a spade, and yeah, that's my take on that. Let's see. Also, and why? Let's see. Why can't we send Rendonky along with Trey Lance to America's team? That would be great. That would be great. Trey Lance getting traded today. But again, baseball has the strongest union in forever, and I can tell you right now, if baseball was constructed with a football salary cap, we would have cut his ass last year. Large and 80 jersey. I got that one too. ShamWow is ShamWow. Let's see. Also, yay, the Angels won. Anna says. James says, I had the Mets TV feed on. That was refreshing. And then, you know, that is smart. The chair always knows what to do. If you ever need to know pop culture, sporting facts, or what or how to watch, who to watch on television or on a game, you know, ask the chair. I swear to God, he's got the best freaking, like, he's got the best calls when it comes to that kind of stuff. Like, he knows what's up because he knows not to fuck with our station because Bally's sucks, right, Bally's? They didn't like that too much. Let's see. Also, maybe they can bring Brandon Wood up. He could probably hit better. Let's see. Dude, Thyson Quinlan long lost son. Dude, he man, again, if you don't know who Rob Quinlan is, Google him and you'll laugh. I'll take Quinlan over Squid on this team. Me too, Chair. Quinlan was related to Mike Scioscia. He had to have been Alfonso. Balls, and Hunter Renfroe. Man, Hunter Renfroe sucks, dude. That guy's trash.
I was pretty cocky.
I want balls and
Hunter
John
Renfroe.
Stamos.
And did you see that awesome attempt at a catch in right field? Again, another guy we put out there because his defense is so great, and he freaking mishandles that one too. Balls, and Rob Quinlan.
Tonight,
It's time for you to check out what I want.
I want balls and
Rob
John
Quinlan. Miki says, imagine if the Angels went 500 since the trade deadline, they'd be in the middle of the division race, and that's pathetic. By the way, the Angels in its 25-game, teams above 500 month, they went a spectacular, sparkling 7 wins and 18 losses. Pathetic. Let's see. Also, the useless piece of shit squid leaving the bases loaded. If we lost, I would have been calling Roger tomorrow. Exactly. Let's see. The Angels are only 9.5 games out. Keep climbing, AC says. Hashtag Hunter Rensu Cuff. Go away. Thurman says, okay, honkers, snapshot this bet. Get it drafted up, and one of you honkers roll up on Artie and have him sign off on it and put his money where his mouth is. Artie bumps the tickets up 30%. Yes, they are up to 30%, Richard, for Thurman for 2024. No goofy bat boy and not a starting useless squid gave us a good chance at a W. Gridiron says, inconsistent Sandoval, he'll give up 5 and only go 3 1/3 the next outing, then watch. Yeah, it's crazy. That is crazy what he does on the mound, dude, because there's sometimes – but there's something to it, though, because, again, when we did our podcast, we were talking about it. I know Angels Win dropped one on it, too, almost the same thing we said. When we recorded last night, we were saying basically the fact that Ohtani's able to do what he wants to do has always been detrimental. We've been saying that for a while. We don't like the fact that when Sandoval was in New York, instead of Ohtani pitching against the Yankees, he's like, nah, I'll wait till we go home. And then he freaking allows Sandoval they tell Sandoval, well, you're bumped up one, you pitch. Everyone's got a regimen. There could be a reason why the ERAs are ballooning a little bit this year, and that's because shit like that. You screw with it. I mean, look, it's okay for one guy, but the rest of the guys got to suffer. That's why you might see down the stretch a 5-man rotation pitch much better without the Ohtani factor. I'm just saying. Gridiron also says the season starts tonight. So does Alfonso. He says the season starts in New York. So he's calling it right now. He's like, you know what, guys? We are on a roll. We are going to start this season off the right way with a flyover.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Exactly. We're undefeated today, Alfonso says. You predicted the Suarez. I did. Let's see. Eric says Tigers. Oh, they're playing the Tigers tonight. Also, 1-game winning streak. I wanted to bet you remember. Oh, that's right. Jersey bet. Also, Trouter here says we won a game tonight. If we win one tomorrow, it could be a winning streak, I believe. I believe that's what he's getting at. And let's see, where was that one right now? Because we'd like to play that if I could find it. Because it's not this one.
Sorry, we're going streaking through the quad and into the gymnasium. Come on, everybody!
It's going to take a lot for us to freaking get on a winning streak.
All right, you guys, let's listen up. We won a game yesterday. And if we win one today, that's 2 in a row. We win one tomorrow, that's called a winning streak.
I doubt it. Thurman says, playoffs, laugh a lot, Artie benefits money-wise if they make it, but put your money, Artie, where your mouth is and just win 81 games. Todd, who called the slide after the All-Star break predictable? You did. And here's the thing, too, Thurman. A lot of Angel honkers out there say, well, look at Artie. He spent over $1 billion. It's how you fucking spent it. It's not, I mean, anyone that's a billionaire. If you think about it, he did not spend $1 billion and lost $1 billion. He spent $1 billion and gained $1 billion. Despite who he signed, you're like, oh, he's throwing money away. Really? You don't know how much this team makes a year as a whole. With everybody paid out, this team is a moneymaker. It prints money. Sporting teams outside the WNBA and hockey print money. They just print money. And this one prints money like some of the best in the league. So again, some of these idiots with no research whatsoever will say, oh, he spent $1 billion and he's put a lot into this team. No, he hasn't. He's wasted $1 billion and gained back another $1 billion. That's what happens. So it's how you spend the money too. Because if he would have spent that $1 billion the right way, this team would be maybe hoisting another trophy, a real trophy, unlike the Dodgers. Rangers are like Alicia Keys' song, Fallen. If the season was one game, we would be world champs. Exactly. I can see it now. Hello, welcome to Burger King. Can I take your order? Number 6. Shut up. Exactly. Radis B says, honk, honk, we won a game. Hey, Todd, did the season start tonight? It sure did, Eric.
We got a lot of baseball left to be played, and the season starts tonight.
Mariners winning the AL West. Nah, I didn't predict that, so I'm not going to stick with that. I'm still going with Houston, Hayes. But the Mariners are really starting to open my eyes a little bit. I did not think they were that good. Let's see. Dre says, winning.
Wow, winning.
Hayes, it's possible, my friend. I believe so. Also, the chair says, I cannot fake the funk. That's why I like being here. Exactly. Bring on the electronic strike zone. Getting tired of these umpires. Boy, the umpire was terrible tonight. Terrible. I felt bad for Renifo. That pitch was not only a foot off the plate, it was a foot up over the strike zone, and they still called it strike 3. But I give Nevin credit for not getting thrown out for no reason. So how long before the Cowboys fans start calling for Lance to start? Probably like week 3 or 4. Let's see. Holy shit, we won a game. Where's Artie? They're already calling for Artie. This is going to turn into the Artie post-game show. I swear to God. That's playoff numbers. Also, I really hope this team dumps Anderson and Rendon. Both of those fucking clowns are horrible. Rendon can suck Snoop's brownie as well. He obviously doesn't give a shit. He doesn't at all. And, did someone say brownies? I bet you my man Artie is celebrating another amazing victory with a cigar as and a hot babe Bill Clinton style. He sure is. He's getting that presidential waxing, knob polishing. Thurman says, did not know Trout was a golfer. Why come back? Go finish your golf course, Trout. Tiger Woods needs you to know where you want the bathrooms. You know what? He is too busy building it. Like, I don't understand it either, to be honest with you. I mean, like, I get it. You like golfing. That's great. You could do it as a you're not helping the narrative. Basically, homeboy goes out there, does his thing on the golf course, and that's what a lot of Dodger fans and other fans like to say, the Angels are golfing in October. And it's like, well, you're out there, you're feeding into it, bro. You're feeding into it, Nelson. And that's what he's doing. And they're gonna just have another off season like that where it's just quick, straight golfing, and when he should be working out and getting his shit together for this year, because obviously this is a throwaway year, and I want him to be good, man. I don't want to come back next year and be like,
oh no, we suck again.
Yeah. Let's see. R. Martinez is at Bobby Bonilla Day. Also, Tani gives gonna rip his arm off with meaningless baseball for us. Well, that's his fault. He's costing himself at this point. Season's over. Trout, go finish your golf course. Get something finished this year. Is that what's happened before? Also, Seattle goes as J-Rod goes, literally. And, he's playing much, much better. Remember we were talking about that sophomore slump, and because he kind of looks like Pena from Houston. Pena's going through a real bad sophomore slump, but J-Rod's tearing it up right now, man. And so you're absolutely right. Let's see, laugh out loud, true Todd. Don't care what Artie spends. He is a problem. Like Einstein, Jerry Jones thinks he knows and gets his own in his own egotistical way. Yeah, exactly, Thurman. Like, I'm surprised Artie Thurman has never decided to be general manager. Like, do it all. Because he might as well be. You got bootlicking house man over there, Roger Lodge.
Call me a bootlicking houseman all you want. I don't give a damn.
I call you that all I want anyway. But literally at the beginning of the season, he comes out there and he's like, boy, Mr. Artie Moreno, please sit down next to me and let's talk about how you drafted this guy, how you signed this guy. You spent the money to get these ball players to play for the Angels. How did you do it? Fuck you. He didn't do anything. Artie doesn't know how to scout. All he knows is that Pujols is one of the best players. He's like, go get that guy. Go get that guy, Epler. Go get him so that we can have a better team. That's all he did. And he's like, here, buy him a check. And so it's like, and he tried doing that with Perry. And Perry's like, hold your horses. Let me get the guys I want to get. And for some reason, he hasn't fired him because Epler tried to do that. Epler's like, oh, I don't think we should sign that guy. And then Artie was like,
You're fired!
What? And basically, one other thing, since that reminds me of wrestling. I haven't watched, I'll be honest, I watched wrestling late 80s. I watched it through the 90s, through the best part of wrestling, the Attitude Era, into the 2000s. I watched like religiously up to about maybe 2013, 2014. And then I slowly tapered off, and I barely know what's going on. But I do know, we talked about Terry Funk the other day, and I do know about Bray Wyatt and watching him as he morphed into the character that he did and had the Wyatt family. And then he turned into that other character right now, the real scary one that did all that crazy shit. He was innovative, man. Just excellent wrestler. Came up with a lot of cool skits. And I saw him from time to time on certain YouTube stuff that I would watch. And I gotta say, man, R.I.P. to Bray Wyatt. That dude was awesome. Awesome freaking wrestler. Awesome stand-up dude, and he will be missed, man. Only 36 years old, dude. That freaking sucks. And that wasn't even something to do with like steroids or nothing like that. He just had a heart condition, and he contracted COVID. And COVID's basically like, it's basically dead, but it's just another form of an illness, like a cold. And he freaking just got it. And some people are susceptible to it, just like pneumonia, you know. If you got weak lungs, you got a heart condition, diabetes, it all works with COVID. It all works with pneumonia. To me, it's all the same shit. That's just my stance, but he caught it. And unfortunately, his body couldn't shake it. So, RIP, man. RIP. That guy was amazing. Let's see. J-Rod, only 22 years old, bro, on a Pujols vibe. Yeah, he's tearing it up. He's carrying that team for sure. You guys are right. James says, I don't think Artie knows enough about the game, honestly. He's just saying what others say. That's true. Mariners and Moreno sound very alike. No wonder why I despise both those fucks. August 19th is Stamos and Lodge's birthday. Wonder how they're going to party. Andrew says, Artie even sucks at being corrupt. That's true. Why Epler was on his knees a lot for Artie. He was a yes man. He was definitely a yes man. Balls, and Artie jumping on Lodge. Oh, it was more like he choked on him, right? I think he choked on him.
John Stamos
Choked on me.
Let's see. Also, Artie, party. We want Artie. Eric says, did bro take the jab? If so, there is your answer. COVID is bullshit. I don't know, Ace. Maybe so, because with wrestling is a lot like sports. So you may have had to have it mandated taking the shot. I don't know. Martin says, our player contracts insured. Is Moreno making money on Rendon? You know, interesting that you said that, Martin, because Fernando looked into it, and yes, that contract is fully insured. So there's a reason why they're coddling and don't give a shit in a sense, because Moreno's going to make that money up. So he's still paying him, but it's going to be a wash in the end. So don't cry a tear for Artie. He'll still make his money back. If you want to call in, 714-598-3221, 714-598-3221. We might take a call or two. Make this a little bit of a shorter show because we've been on a lot last couple nights, and then doing the podcast. It's like I ain't gonna lie, dude. Today fucking sucked. I had a bad day at work, and I'm like, dude, I just I was luckily my girl had food ready and stuff, and I got to chill. But it was just like one of those days today. What does it mean when the contract is insured? There's a stipulation in there where they go through a third party and pay out a pretty high premium to that insurance. And the insurance will then, for the player, if certain things happen to where the player, like say for instance, I believe the Nationals insured, I was going to say Bryce Harper, but, God, what's his name? The pitcher just retired. Anyway, they freaking insured him, and they're not going to take too much of a hit. Strasburg, even though he hasn't pitched in a few, in a couple years. He hasn't been able to. The arm trouble. Artie insured Rendon to where, towards especially the back half of the contract, you're going to get that money back. So you're still paying him out, but you went through an independent contractor, insurance. So say for instance he has an accident, like you get your money back and he can't play no more. Like you've seen guys who have have had a boating accident, motorcycle accident, and they can't play for a couple of years. Well, those 2 years that they're not on the field, you get compensated, or you get compensated the games that they're not playing. And I think we can all know that basically Artie hasn't gotten the most out of Rendon by far. And he's basically missed a shit ton of games than he's played. So, yeah, so he's gotten definitely that money back in a way to where it's not going to hurt him too bad. And even then, again, you're making up a lot of money on jerseys and all that other kind of stuff. So it's not a real big deal, but some teams that don't put out insurance, and it costs initially a lot of money. So it's not like it's cheap either, but you have to spend to get the money in, and I think they are going to win right there. First off, I want to play this song.
So then I took my turn. Oh, what a thing to done. And it was all yellow.
That's our boy right there, our Truly Madly Deeply, and then we have to play this one.
Deeply do, I will be strong, I will be faithful, 'cause I'm counting on a new beginning, a reason for living, a deeper meaning, yeah. And I wanna stand with you on a mountain.
Hell yeah.
And I wanna bathe with you in the sea.
Oh yeah.
And I wanna lay like this forever, until the sky falls down on me.
Peter Griffin, everybody. Peter Griffin. Gotta love it. So you had some Artie's in the house, moist. But let's see. Also, Stukas or I want a refund. Eric says Artie doesn't believe in refunds because his product is absolutely top notch. Exactly. What the fuck? That's crazy. I didn't know they could do that. It's not a normal thing in all pro sports. It is actually in NFL teams, because there's a stipulation with the salary cap. Not a lot of teams can afford to get players insured. So that's why you see a lot of like Baltimore. To me, that's the dumbest fucking contract, giving a guy who literally runs into, he's a glorified running back at me. He's going to get hurt again, the quarterback. And I swear to God, they spent the most money on him. They're not going to see that shit. But the only stipulation they have, the only thing that they have in their what is it called, repertoire that they could use, is they can cut him if they want, after a few years, but they're going to take a salary cap hit that initial year. But there is no insurance on football contracts. Let's see, what's the name of this track? I actually like it. Go to our boy Peter Griffin. It's AC Music 7, and then look up Coldplay, and that's the yellow cover. And he does covers of everything. So one of these nights we're going to have a AC7. Now, Artie, if you want to call in, you know the number. You know the fucking number. Call in if you can. Let me know if the phones are working, by the way. I don't even know if they're working. But, yeah, let me know if they're working. Call in. The chair says, let's get the guy to do an acoustic concert at Noble. Dude, that would be a Halos in the Infield first, a concert. So that would be amazing. Let's see. If I can get you to call in right now, Artie, I would really appreciate that, because we can end the show with that and then play some Stukas, because I know Dan wants to hear some Stukas. And if we get some Stukas, then we'll be fine. So, Artie, I'm asking if you call in, if you put the drink down just for a second. Hopefully we can get a call in by our boy here. Let's see. Because I'll test the number myself and see if it's working. Oh, there's Artie. Artie freaking Moreno. Get ready. It's the Halo Honk line.
On top of spaghetti. All covered with
cheese.
Cheese. Hey, what's going on? Hold on a second. Hold on just 1 second. Sorry, I would have called you a little early after that, but Mr. Chocolate Man was peeking through the French doors.
Did you take the Browns to the Super Bowl?
Oh, boy, I made a bucket of snakes, let me tell you. I left the kids out at the pool.
By the way, I talked to Vetter today, your long-lost son in Pico. And
hey, Vetter, I love your music. Jeremy spoken class today.
So did you have enough to drink tonight? Because obviously you sound a little tired when we called. You sounded a little tired.
Well, I'm gonna tell you the truth. I had a couple today.
No way.
Oh, way. Was that hip enough for the young folk out there?
Isn't way like a demeaning, slang word or no?
I'm thinking like curds in way.
By the way, Eric,
I don't know.
Eric said that the flushing of the toilet sounds like the soundtrack of the Angels season today. Is that true?
Eric, my man! Wow! What's happening, bro? Eric's a good buddy of mine. He supports me no matter what I say. Reminds me of my wife. Oh, man. Eric, you're my homie.
So
I'm going to get Eric, I'm going to get him a lady. I'm going to get a honey for my homie.
I think he's
a woman for my buddy. A lady for my laddie.
Hey, I thought he says you're his hero, but I think he's married. I don't want to cock block, but I think he's married.
Oh, well, whatever.
That doesn't matter to you, right?
Yeah, no, in the grand scheme of things, it doesn't matter. I was with 4 of them today.
4?
4 at once.
Wow.
3 of them didn't want to be there, but 1 was going for it. Oh, man, let me tell you. It was out of control. There were all kinds of people actually involved. I opened the doors. I told Sapphire, hey, whoever wants to come in, let the floodgates open. It was insane. I was like, right in the middle of it, I'm like, hey, who's that? What's going there? I was in mid-hump, and there's just people walking in and midgets flying everywhere. It was amazing.
Midgets flying everywhere?
Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, little people. The word midget means less than.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're less than my size.
Now, is the A train bigger than some of those less thans?
Oh, man. If I lay on my back and put a baseball cap on top, you wouldn't be able to tell the difference, let me tell you. Oh, man. Actually, I was with someone that actually, believe it or not, made me feel a little small. I was a little intimidated.
Who's that?
I don't know, some girl. This was about a couple nights ago.
Wait, a girl made you intimidated? What happened?
Yeah, her name was Amethyst. Always named after stones. What's that all about?
I don't know, man.
But anyway, yeah, she was kind of, she's been around the block a couple times.
She's loosey-goosey?
Oh, yeah, I was down there taking a peek through the beef curtains. And I thought to myself, hey, am I going to do much damage in here? It was like a haunted house in there.
Did you drop a coin down the well and make a wish?
Oh, it was like a Tic Tac in a whale's mouth. It was like flinging a Hoffy hot dog down a hallway.
Jeez.
Hey, so I just told her. She goes, "Am I woman enough for you?" And I said, "Look, I may not be able to do much here, but I'm gonna smack the crap out of the sides."
Oh, jeez. Hey, by the way, Eric wants to know if you had a cigar lit up tonight.
I actually had a 3/4 cigar. A 1/4 cigar. Earlier today, I smoked the 3/4 myself.
Oh, jeez. By the way, he said, light that halo up, right? And then he said, I want Artie to show me how to get the E-train moving. That would be Eric, because my wife would appreciate it.
Oh, there you go. The E-train, baby. Wow! Check it. Imagine 2 trains coming through Pico Rivera. Hey, Vanner, tell your family to look out, buddy. We're coming for you.
The chair said that he could always go for some roast beef.
Oh, boy. Hey, like Subway says, eat fresh.
But that's not fresh, though.
Oh, hey, it depends on your definition of fresh. Woo!
By the way,
I was like,
Eric said, did you insert the A train into the beef curtains? You okay, Artie? You had a cough there or what?
Sorry, my throat a little bit is kind of getting to me. Hey, you know what? I don't think anything even moved. It went right in without touching a thing. I told that lady, hey, I think I see some ancient drawings on the walls in here. Of like guys with bow and arrows hunting buffalo and stuff. I was like, what's going on in here?
I thought you were gonna say. I thought you were gonna say. I put my ear to it and heard the waves crashing.
Oh man, what do they call that? A conch or some shell? I don't know. Hey, I took my ear to it. I said, "Hello, is this Sports Lodge with Roger Lodge? Hello."
This is probably the best reception you have than AM 830.
Well, I'll tell you, it was like the waves crashing at the beaches of Anaheim. Hey, what about that win today? Go Angels! Wow!
Sports News says you're making this team great for his generation.
Yeah, I'm telling you. Woo-hoo! I'm in touch, baby. Oh, wait, hold on. I got to stand still for a second. I got dizzy. Woo! Oh, man. That took the wind out of me. All I did was walk forward 2 steps.
Well, you know what? You should probably get some rest, man. Because, I mean, it seems like you've been partying since pitch 1 of that game.
Hey, pal. No rest for the wicked. If you're going to die, die with your boots on. That's what I always say. I do it with my boots on. Just picture fully nude Arturo Moreno with his Doc Martens on. Doc Martens are still cool, aren't they?
No. By the way.
Oh, damn it.
Eric said,
I try and I could just never do it.
Eric wants to know, how are you doing with your boy Trump's picture? Did you like that?
Yeah, well, he didn't look half bad. I was a little scared. He looked like a hardened criminal.
Some say your picture should be right next to his.
Whatever. I do everything legally and by the book. He's done some shady things that I can't get into, but that's him.
I think you're like both presidents, the former one and the current one. You've done some corrupt things like Trump and Biden. Biden's been corrupt too. You do have a scary-looking face like Trump, and you also nod off like Biden, too.
True, except I'm not walking around like Biden saying, hey, everyone, my dad, he lost his job. No joke, folks. I asked my mom, why did Dad lose his job? She said, well, that's the way the crumbled cookie something. I don't know. He's always talking about something, and he falls. He's got those squinty eyes. He bugs the hell out of me. But at the same time, Trump kind of gets me, too, with his way of talking. I don't know. I don't trust anyone anymore. Vote for Artie Moreno, 2024, baby! Wow! God bless America and the Angels! Yeah!
You got unfinished business. That should be your motto.
Yeah! Oh, I'm on it. Wait, hold on. Stop fire! Stop fire! Hey, I'm gonna run for president. Get everything together and get me one of those American tie flags. The ties, yeah. Woo!
Are you
all right, sorry about that.
It's okay. Are you going to play the game with her, get naked, or take your clothes off?
It's called Hey, Let's Get Naked by Milton Bradley. It's a board game, Todd. You never seen it before. Did you play board games?
Yeah, but I'm used to playing like Doctor or, like Monopoly, stuff like that.
Oh, there's all kinds of games. Well, I told you we used to play Strip Uno. Oh, man, we used to play Clue. My favorite was Sorry, You Got Chlamydia. There's some good board games I played before. There's Candyland. But I made that one. The original Candyland, but I actually have another secretary named Candy.
Yeah, I don't need to know about that. Yeah.
Well, guess who the mayor of that town is? Wow!
Thurman.
Yeah, baby.
Thurman said Naked Twister. You and Trump should play.
Oh boy, I was at Roger's house one time.
You'll just say
and
right.
He wanted to play that. He wanted to play that with John Stamos, and I said, you know what? My hypocrisy only goes so far. So I walked out of the room. Who knows how long they played that game? But that spinner was going off, let me tell you.
Oh, I bet you. All right, Artie, I think I'm going to run right now too, man. It was a pleasure talking to you tonight, especially when they win. You seem a little bit more spunky when they win.
Just a bit. Hey, I heard you had a bad day at work today, pal. I hope you have a good night's rest. So we can talk soon.
Well, I just hope that you can give me some of that money you promised. That'd be great. That would alleviate my problems.
What was that? I can't hear you. No, there's something wrong with that connection. I think it's my Wi-Fi.
Yeah, okay. Bye, Artie. Fucking Artie, dude. Well, let's play some Stukas. I'm going to run. I got some stuff to do, but I'll be back here tomorrow after hopefully another Angels win. Wander Franco taking refuge at a Farty's house. Well, I'll take your call tomorrow, Eric. Sorry, I'll take your call tomorrow, guys, because I got to run, actually. But call in tomorrow. We'll definitely talk. I'll be on a little bit longer tomorrow because tonight's a little bit shorter of a show. So with that being said, let's play ourselves some Stukas, shall we? We won! Here we go.